All right, readers, show me your hands. 1, 2, 3. Reader right here. Reader. Oh, okay. Writers. Come on, 2, 3, 4. Good. Searchers. Good. All right. So guys, today we're going to do close reading. Some of you may actually recognize what we're reading. It's going to be out of this book. What is Wednesdays? What do we learn about on Wednesdays? Geographers, yes. So we're going to read about something. This first time, all I want you to do is listen to me read, okay? The whole purpose for reading this is to figure out what is in the text and how to come up with answers that have evidence from the text. Who can tell me what textual evidence means? Textual evidence. Michelle, as you think about it, what do you think it means? Yes, you have to find your answer in the text, right? So later on, I'm going to give you questions. That's where the reader, writer, searcher comes in. And you're going to read the text on your own, and you're going to try and answer the questions by using the text, okay? So first, I don't want you to worry about writing on this, highlighting anything. I just want you to listen and read with me. I'm going to read this part over to here, and then I'm going to read this little spiel about Jerome Robbins, okay? So just so that way you can follow with me. All right, during the 1950s, a new demanding style of the dance emerged that became known as modern or theatrical jazz. All right, now this is what I want you to do. First, with your group, I want to give you guys this worksheet to fill out. It's called Big Fox. This is simply just looking at the text and seeing what you see before and after you read it. Big, B-I-G, is before you read the text. Fox, F-O-X, is after you read the text, okay? So, together with your group, the writer is going to write in this. You're going to look for your things. For example, bold, you're going to write in what all the boldface is. The italics, you're going to try and find some italic words to look at. And graphics. What kind of graphics do you all see first off?
What do you mean?
Graphics. What is a graphic?
Like a photo or picture or something? Oh, I see the picture.
Yes, exactly. A picture. There's a picture right there. Good. All right, so you're going to look for all of that. You're going to put where it is. Writers, searchers are going to search for it. Readers, you're going to be reading right afterwards. After the reader reads, you're going to answer these 3 boxes. The facts, so you're going to list 2 facts. Opinion, you're going to find an opinion, or whenever you read something and you have an opinion on it, I want you all to write it. And then X, which is the text that represents the main part of the article. So, everybody understand what I want you to do with this organizer? Okay, I'm going to hand this out. Go ahead and start reading with your group. Or if you want to go ahead and start recording the big part, the before the reading, then you all can read. And you can read aloud, guys. I don't want to hear silence. This is a chance for you guys to talk. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and go over this Big Fox worksheet. When I ask for an answer, you can either yell it out if you know it right off the bat, or if you think you have a better answer than everyone else, I'd like for you to raise your hand, okay? So, bold. Tell me a bold word.
Jack Cole.
Jack Cole, very good. Another bold word.
Jerome.
Good. Italics.
West Side Story.
Yes. Romeo and Juliet, very good. Graphics, there's only one.
A picture.
Yes, the picture, good. All right, so after you all read, someone tell me a fact, this group first, and then y'all can go next. What's a fact? Yes, jazz was a highly festival dance form, very good. Back here, and then you guys.
Jerome Robbins choreographed West Side Story.
Yes, Jerome choreographed West Side Story. Anybody seen West Side Story?
No.
You all should. It's amazing.
It looks like the outside.
It is amazing. All right. Yes, last fact.
Jack Cole is known as the father of
Yes, he's known as the father of theatrical jazz. Okay, what is a place where you all either saw an opinion or you all formed an opinion from?
He was the best choreographer.
Jack Cole was? And how'd you get that opinion from?
Because some people probably didn't think that he was the best choreographer.
Okay, but why do you all think he was?
Because he was known as the father of the Yeah, if you're
So
the
he was-
father, then you good. Like you just
The best?
wonderful.
All right. Good opinion? Yes.
They have to only like you gotta use our president like in ballet, you gotta have to be in other things.
Yes, very good. Very good. All right. What do we think the main idea is? Yes.
With this, like, dealing with artists, what kind of dancing he was, or what he did,
What kind of dancer? Who was?
John,
Jerome Robbins and
Jack.
Cole. So, two specific dancers. If you also put theatrical jazz, that works as well. It's the same kind of idea. They're just being more specific. All right, I need you to look at the text-dependent questions, okay? Text-dependent questions. I'm going to model for you this first one on how I want you to answer your text-dependent questions. So, follow along with me. I'm going to read this first part right here, and then we're going to take a look at one of the questions, and I'm going to tell you how I want you to answer it in your magazine, okay?
Okay.
Or in your reading. So, during the 1950s, a new demanding style of a dance emerged that came to be known as modern or theatrical jazz. What does our first question say? Rochelle, will you read it for me?
What two dance styles does theatrical jazz combine?
All right, so what does it say? What two dance styles?
Modern and old.
Ballet, modern and ballet. So, I know that I got it. I'm going to look at this little sheet, this little cheat sheet for you guys. I know that I get it, and I know what number it is. So I'm going to do, this is just for your own benefit. You don't have to if you actually write it. I'm going to write a little check right here. I'm going to put number 1 for answer number 1. Also, in your highlighters, I can't highlight in this book, I want you to highlight the actual answer. Okay? So when you get the answer, I need you to put a check mark as in you've got the answer. Give me the number of the question, because we are pulling out textual evidence. We are pulling out textual evidence, okay? Now, in your questions, you might have an answer that you're not so sure about. I want you to put a question mark by it. If you think that this might be the right answer, let's say we aren't sure what question number 3 is, whether Jerome Robbins was considered well-rounded. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put a little question mark and put the number 3, because I think this is the right answer, but I'm not 100% sure. But you're still pulling out evidence from the text. You can also go ahead and circle some words that you don't know, because we'll go over those later on. Or if you want to underline some keywords, that's kind of what you're doing when you're answering the questions, is you're highlighting it or underlining it. And then, of course, if there's a connection that you see of, for example, Camry knew that modern dance wasn't the only dance style that has to require flexibility, right? She also knew ballet, so she might put a little double circle there because she made a connection to something we've already learned. So, go ahead with your group. Readers, if you need to reread, that's fine. Go ahead and reread. Searchers, you are in charge of reading the questions, and writers, make sure that you know where the questions are. You do not have to write the answer, you just have to highlight it and number it, okay? Okay? All right. Let's go over these. So, we know what the answer to number 1 is, right? Ballet and modern. So, number 2, who is the father of theatrical jazz?
Jack Cole.
Jack Cole. And where is it in the text that tells us?
In the second paragraph.
Second paragraph, first line, second line, third line?
First line.
Second line, second and first, yes, good. That tells us why, right?
Yes.
Good. What is another side of evidence that you could use to tell why?
It's
How about, go for it, yeah.
The reason why I thought it was because it says he developed a style of dance that is recognizable.
Excuse me, teachers and students. There was a list that was emailed to you or either put in your box. Please release those football students for a field trip to the front now. Only those students that's on that list. Thank you very much.
As I was saying,
As you're saying.
it said because
No, we think.
it said the reason why I think he was the father of geriatric jazz because it said he developed a style of dance that is recognizable in musicals and movies from the 1950s to the present day. So that's why he could be the father because he did a lot.
Okay, so it's recognized for a long period of time. Good. All right. Is Jerome Robbins considered a well-rounded dancer? Now, does it say explicitly that he's well-rounded?
No.
No, but how do we know? What kind of evidence do we find? A lot of different types of dances. What?
He studied a wide range of dance styles, including
Good. So it lists a lot of different dance styles that he learned. As well as, did anybody take a look at the caption? There's some evidence that you found in the caption too.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, the caption. A blend of,
Oh, the one after.
yes, a blend, right? A blend of dances. So you've got your specific dance styles and you've got the word that says a blend of. So we know that he's well-rounded. Very good. All right, what does crescendo mean? It's kind of a tough one because we see it in the text, but does it actually tell us a definition?
No.
No. So we gotta kind of,
Look around.
yeah, look around. Use our,
Context clues.
yes, context clues, which we're gonna be working more on later. But just for the time being, what does crescendo mean? Does anyone have a guess?
Like you snap is a single.
Close. That's more syncopated, but crescendo, yes. It escalates. That's a key word right there. Guys, if you haven't underlined or highlighted escalates, escalates is kind of like a synonym for crescendo, except for escalade in our culture, if a fight escalates, what does that mean?
It's getting bigger.
It's getting bigger, right? It's building. So in music, a crescendo means what? What's the sound doing?
It's getting high, like
Yeah,
loud.
getting bigger, getting more loud, getting more intense. And that's what crescendo technically means. All right, syncopated.
Snapping.
Yes, snapping is a good
rhythm.
example. So it's a rhythm, it's a rhythmic act. Syncopated, it means, I don't know specifically, but syncopated is where a beat is not super, super steady. It's got like, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, so like 5, 6, 7, 8, and then syncopated might be 5 and 7 and 8. Does that make sense? So it's not quite on the beat, but it's still a rhythm. So very rhythmic. Good. All right. So what have we learned about text? What is something that you could tell me that you've learned that you've done today?
Finding context clues and so how to find the answer.
Find textual evidence. One more. A little bit about theatrical jazz and 2 people in particular. Can you tell me the 2?
Jack Cole and Jerome Robbins.
Jerome Robbins. Very good. Guys, how will those help you on the ACT?
It's like you kind of like summarize and we can skim through.
Okay, not skim, but say you read, you're on the reading section and you're reading something. Guys, you can write on your reading section. You can write on it. So when you have questions that ask you textual evidence, you can literally go back, underline where it is, and then answer it in your test booklet. This is all to help you in the future when you have to pull out evidence. When someone asks you a question and then why, you always have to have evidence, right, to back it up. That's why textual evidence in specific readings is important. All right, go ahead and collect, have one person collect your